All right, this is the third attempt to record this stretch of video, so if you notice that the screen's a little off, that's why it wasn't working. But I got some helpers in the background. Mr. Boorish, Mr. Pacuti, and Mrs. Guider are here to support this video. Yay! All right. So where we left off, we just set up this for loop to be able to go through each letter in the word, except that before we were using the variable let to refer to the letter, and that's no longer relevant. So we have this word of 5 letters, and we want to access each letter at a time. Now, fortunately, since word is a string, strings are objects, and they can do things, we can actually ask the word to take the letters out for us. So let's go over here and replace let with word for a moment. And when I hit period, I'm dereferencing the object, which brings up this list of all the things strings can do. The very first thing is a method called char at, which will get the character at a particular index position. So if I put that in, you see it already pre-fills the parameter with I, and that will change as I go through the word. So in the 0th iteration, we'll reference Q. In the first iteration, I'll get to U, etc., etc. So now as I go, this should give me each letter in the word. So just go a line below and print these results as we go and see if it works the way that we expect. Print line. And we'll say result. By the way, that's not a cat in the background. It's just Mrs. Guider pretending to be a cat.
And Mr. Bacuti.
And so we have an angry mob of cats in the room. Cat fight. So right now you can see RVJOO, and that's the shift of Quinn doing one letter at a time. So if I were to change this to RVJOO and make this, instead of a negative 25, positive 25, I should get back to Quinn. So let's see. And there we go, Quinn. So looks like it's working. The only issue we have now is that I'm just printing the results. I'm not really doing anything with the results. So I'm getting a result of one character at a time. But really, if I started with a string, I want to end with a string. So let's make another one. We'll call this C text for cipher text. And I'm going to start with just 2 quotes. So this is allocating a place in memory, but not putting anything there. And then instead of printing the result each time, we're going to add the result to ctext. And now down here where I have this comment of displaying the results, system.out.println. Println, we should be able to print just ctext. And if it works, right now I should see, instead of these letters printed one line at a time, I should see them all printed together. So run it one more time. There we go. And it's looking pretty good. So there is a complete advanced version. You'll notice that my main method is actually about the same length as the basic version. And the reason that is the case is because I kind of outsource some of the code up to this shift method. So remember, one of the things we want to do as we make our programs more complex is make sure we move code into sections that we can name as methods so that it's still very readable. All right, that's it for now. Bye.